And then after 5-7 years that you're still doing it, you realize that you were just an idiot.
Hello, welcome to my studio and welcome to another edition of Art Success with me, Adelaide Damoah. Today's interview is with Sissetta Zappone, who is an extremely brave and extremely talented artist based here at Second Floor Studios in Woolwich. Sissetta graduated in 2007 with a degree in fine art from the Fine Art Academy in Florence, Italy. Upon graduation, she realised that she had fallen in love with printmaking and decided to take up an MA in printmaking at the same university. When she graduated, she went on to work as an editioning printmaker at a print studio in Florence, and at the same time she also went back to the university to teach. While she was in Florence, it dawned on her that Florence really wasn't for her because, in her words, it was boring and there weren't that many opportunities for someone like her who was craving adventure and excitement. So in 2010, at that time, not speaking very much English, but being fluent in Spanish and Italian, she decided to make the big move to London. So she landed in London in 2010, and despite her English skills, she still managed to land herself a job at the Royal Drawing School here in London. She moved to Second Floor Studios in 2011 and simultaneously gained a teaching qualification, which allowed her to take up teaching roles here in the print studio, that's Thameside Print Studio at Second Floor Studios in Woolwich, where she taught on a freelance basis workshops to kids and other people interested in printmaking. At the same time, she still continued her printmaking practice. Regarding her practice, her preferred printmaking media is etching on metal, and her favourite metal to work with is copper because of its symbolism. And Sissetta is somebody who really strongly believes in symbolism and in the theories of archetypes, which she applies very strongly in her work. And Sissetta believes very strongly in the collective subconscious and in mysticism, and she tries to tell stories through her work. Sissetta is so good at talking about her work. I've done a separate video, which I will link here in the description box, with her just talking specifically about her work, if you're at all interested in hearing that. So for now, let's get into the interview. How are you selling your work? Are you represented or are you selling independently?
I sell mostly independently. I do have quite of a big deal with a little gallery in Blackheath, which is called the Studio 61, which is also a framing studio, which is very handy, obviously. So I did a couple of exhibitions there, and I have to say they've been quite successful. And then I am a member of East London Printmakers. I am a member of the Printmaking Council as well. And so through them, because they are very, very established, let's say, printmakers society in London, so through them I get the opportunity to participate to a lot of selection, and then if you are selected, you can then participate to the exhibition, and then you got chance to sell your work. And then, as you know as well, in London there is plenty of call for artists and open salon and these kind of things. So that's mainly how do I sell my work. It's just like I sign up, participate to competition. I was very happy last year. I did a very nice exhibition at the 100-year gallery. And funny enough, with another colleague printmaker from here, from Times Square, with Max Middleton, and we were selected in between 60 artists within the 8 favorite of the public. And last year, Lubomirov Easton Gallery, which is a gallery which doesn't exist anymore, but Mr. Lubomirov now is in Clapton. I did won the public choice there as well. You know, like, keep on going.
And with the societies, the printmaking societies that you're a member of, how do you go through the process of application to become a member? Do they select you or do you have to apply?
East London Printmakers is like, to be a member you have just to pay. It's a pay thing essentially, so it's just like an economic commitment in a way. But then to belong and to be included in the project, you have always to go through an application.
Okay.
And the application and the submission process is always due to your work. So I've been lucky enough that my work has been accepted most of the time.
Yeah.
And with the Printmakers Council, I was in the catalogue of the 50th anniversary, and they selected like 50 artists, and I was within the 50 artists, one of the youngest as well.
Wow.
And for example, with this London Printmakers, I went through another selection I'm very proud of, which is this V&A, this box set that we produce every year, and we donate a copy to the V&A print collection. So technically, in 2014 and 2015, with another group of 60 artists, I had my print entering officially into the V&A collection. So this is another.
That's impressive. Okay. So since you graduated to now, what would you say has been the biggest challenge that you've had to face as an artist printmaker, and how did you overcome it?
Well, the biggest challenge is to keep on going, even when it's not all fun. It's like I've been always very lucky, because like my passion drives me. I'm totally crazy about the printmaking media, and I can not have a job, not having, not eating, not doing anything, not having boyfriend. I'm actually married with my job. And I don't think I need anything else. I really, that is the challenge, is to make choices and to keep on going. And to never lose the temper and never lose the passion for it. That's essential. The challenge has been not getting depressed sometimes, because for a Latin one, the London weather and this kind of thing, sometimes it can be quite hard. You think, I just want to go like the sea, la mama, and all these kind of things.
So, but it's the passion that keeps you going.
Yeah, it's the passion that keeps me going. Exactly.
Okay. And what would you say? I mean, you've mentioned a few things in terms of achievements, really significant achievements for this stage in your career, like the V&A collection and things like that. What would you say was your biggest achievement to date, and how did you achieve it, or the thing that you're the most proud of?
Well, probably I really like this of the V&A. Another thing that I'm quite proud of is that one of my collectors he collects like proper art, let's say. So I am in a collection along with Albert Irvin, who is like a very, very famous printmaker who unfortunately died last year, with Gilbert and George.
Wow.
And with Marcel Ancelar. And 2 years ago, I think in 2013, in South London, in Sutton, at the Europa Library, which has got a gallery space as well, my collector organized an exhibition in which my prints and my animals, they were going along this beautiful, very established printmaker and artist work. So that was a nice moment for me as well.
Amazing. And how did you get into his collection?
He just found me.
He found you here?
No, he found me through another open event, that was like in 2011.
Yes.
To just one of these open studios. But it was the East London Printmakers Open Studio, because at that time I was still going to do some printing there. And so he found me there, and he took up my details, and then he came here, and I will never forget that day that he came. And that was the day that I thought, then I can be an artist. Because he came and he almost bought most of my collection.
Really? That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
And that's why I still got a studio. That's why I got a nice laptop to write on. And that really allowed me to make a proper start as a printmaker.
That's so cool, because that's something that so many artists dream of happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Wow. So I'm quite lucky, and
If there was one thing that you could have for your career as an artist, like the biggest, most extravagant dream that you can think of, what would it be?
Oh my God, I do have so many. Never ask an artist this. Like we are all megaloman. I am megalomaniac, so yeah, I would love to have like, I don't know, a huge exhibition, or even I would love, to be honest, to study more.
Yeah.
Because printmaking, in my opinion, could lead to sculpture. So if my more perverse dream, it would be to be taken on the RA program, because they just admit 17 artists every year,
Yeah.
and they do train them for free, and they would like to be trained in the RA as a sculpture.
Yeah.
I would like to do that.
Have you applied?
So, I will apply next year. I applied last year. I wasn't taken.
Yeah.
To study more. This is something I would like to do in London, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I don't know. I mean, I am quite happy with what I'm doing now. I would just like to continue being so lucky to be traveling the world with my art.
Yeah.
To do more residency. There is another one in China, for example, that I would like to do. And so yes, traveling the world and discovering new cultures, and always with my art.
Yeah.
That's my ultimate dream, I think. Just to be able to keep on doing whatever I'm doing, because I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. What would you say was your definition of success in the art world?
My definition of success? Oh well, I would love to be very, very successful, like these people that exhibit in proper galleries, you know. But I think you are a successful artist when you are coherent with your own work, and when you are also happy in your life with what you're doing. This is quite, I think I am quite successful, because it has been 5 years now, and between this and that, like many other things, I always had the opportunity to keep on going and to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So in this way, I am quite successful. If I was staying in Italy, I do have a lot of colleagues of mine, they had to give up, like they are not even printing anymore, they have to, I don't know, do other kind of work for surviving. And I never got to the point in which I had to give up my printmaking for survival. So for me, in my little world, this is already a success. Just to be able to keep doing it and to keep researching, and so yeah, it's like. But yeah, I would love to be in the RA. I would love to sell like loads and loads of prints like through proper galleries. But maybe one day, they will realize I'm super talented.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. Okay, if you could go back in time to your younger self, when you first set out on this journey to become what you are today, what advice would you give yourself?
What advice? Don't smoke too much. Just calm down. That boy in a point of view, probably. No, I don't know. Yeah, focus. Maybe a little bit more focus, because I did have like some period that I was quite distracted in my life. Or when you are young and when you are training as an artist, you mistake a lot of cliche for value in art, and that's not. So I think don't get too much overwhelmed, and don't make yourself too important, because probably when we are young we all call ourselves artists, and then after 5-7 years that you're still doing it, you realize that you were just an idiot. It's like, you're just acting, like, you know, so less acting and more thinking. Like, that would be definitely the advice, because art is full of very dangerous cliché. And I think, like, when you're young, it's very easy to fall down into them. But smoke less and focus. That's what I would tell
Good
to myself.
advice. What about if it was a stranger? What advice would you give this to a stranger?
To a stranger? I don't know.
Who wants to follow in your exact footsteps?
Yeah, no, exactly. I would tell them, yeah, this is something that I actually tell to all my younger students from Italy when I do the exchange project. If you want to live in London, come to London as soon as possible. Don't wait as long as I waited, because I am fully trained in Italy, and I think I am struggling, and I struggled a little bit to find my place as an artist. I kind of have my place because I am very determined. Yeah, I do have a very, very hard head. But yeah, so that would be the advice, is like do more European study, because I am not happy at all with the training, in a way, with the training and with the way they are training artists at the moment in Italy. Okay. So I would tell probably go to London as soon as you can, go study, go for a master. And yeah, the only advice that I always give to everyone is to travel as much as possible and read as much as possible, because the study and the culture is the thing that can free you up the most. And that even if there is a lot of sensationalistic art around, I think we live in a world that it really needs something meaningful to be said, and that is one of the mission of art, in a way, in my opinion, to tell story, to say things, and to keep the culture and the human spirit going, in a way. So yeah, so go study. Yes, go study abroad. That's the thing, because I have been almost fully trained in Italy, so that would be my advice. Go study abroad.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, thank you for joining me for that interview with Sissetta Zappone here at Second Floor Studios in Woolwich. I'm actually recording this today, Sunday, the 5th of June 2016, which is the very last day of open studios here at Second Floor Studios in Woolwich. If you would like to meet Sissetta in person and see some of her prints, and maybe even get your hands on one of her gorgeous prints for yourself, please do come down to Second Floor Studios. It's open until 7 p.m. this evening. If you're watching this after that date, then don't worry. Her contact details are below, her website and everything, so you can get in contact with her yourself and book yourself an appointment to come and see her in person. Please do subscribe to my channel, because by subscribing you get to keep up to date with the latest interviews like this one, plus exhibition vlogs and art studio vlogs. You can follow me on all of my social media channels as well, which are linked below. And if you can't be bothered to look below, then just put my name into whatever channel. So that's Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.